Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Captain Kirk Productions. I'm Kirk, and today I want to go through 10 comics I'm going to have sent off to CGC to get slabbed and graded. And kind of the thought process behind these 10 books is because either one, I really like them, or two, I have multiple copies of them and I want to see what they come back grade-wise so I know kind of what their value is. And I kind of wanted to sell some of them off to get some other keys that I don't currently have. I'll talk more about that at the end, the different ones I might be looking to get. But before we get into that, let's get into these 10 books. So first on our list is Brave and the Bold 28, which is the first Justice League appearance. So this is a pretty major key issue. Justice League obviously is a kind of a big deal. But not only do I have this copy, I have its twin brother right here. So we have two of these. As you can see, this one kind of is in better shape, at least color-wise. A lot more vibrant colors. Definitely looks better than this, but we'll see what these grade out as. Even like a lower grade copy is going to be like $2,500, $3,000. So kind of hoping to get at least a 4 out of this, and if this one's like a 5, 6, 7, like I'll be ecstatic because that'll be that's going to be a lot of coins. So. Let's move on. Not only do I have the first appearance of Justice League, I have Brave and the Bold 29, their second appearance, and Brave and the Bold 30, their third appearance. So these books are also decently valuable, even though it's their second and third appearance. But I kind of want to just get them all slabbed, and maybe I'll keep the 3 of them together, or maybe sell a couple of them. I don't know, but. I just kind of wanted to send them all off together. And we have next the Justice League #1, which is their first run of their own comic. So this in higher grade is going to be a decently valuable book, but I'm not looking to sell this one just because it's my only copy. So I just kind of want to get it slabbed and preserved because it's an awesome book. It's very old, and it's a key issue and it's valuable. So this looks to be in really good shape, so I don't know what this is going to come back as, so we'll do an unboxing video when this all takes place. But let's move on to our next set of comics. We have 3 of these, and this is a pretty decently key issue. This is Detective Comics 359, which is the first Barbara Gordon as Batgirl in a comic. So a really cool cover. So we have this one, and this one. Now, I saw an 8.5 in this book go for about $3,000 over the summer at Heritage Auctions. So these look to be in really good shape. So I'm curious to see what they're going to come back as. So I'm pretty excited. If I can get $3,000 out of each of these books, then that's going to be awesome. I'm going to be able to afford some pretty rare and cool books that I've been wanting. So next up we have Wonder Woman 160, keeping with the theme of purple covers. But I wasn't sure if I had this book. I feel like I had looked for it before in my collection and couldn't find it. Decided to look one more time, and there it was. So I was pretty ecstatic because with the hype of the movie and everything coming out, Cheetah's going to be the main villain. This is Cheetah's first Silver Age appearance. If you were to buy the Golden Age appearance, it would be like a heck of a lot more. I don't know if it'd be in the $10,000 range, but it would be up there because I think she was first in Wonder Woman #4. So that's way back there. So even like bad copies of this I was seeing going for like at least $100 on eBay, and I didn't really want to spend that amount of money for like a crappy copy. So I'm really glad I found this one, and it's really in really good shape. So I'm excited to get this slabbed and put it with my collection. Next up is Strange Adventures 205. This is the first appearance of Deadman. I just think this is a cool cover, and I really like the character of Deadman. So anyway, I just kind of want to get it slabbed and sent off and get it encapsulated. So this book could probably go upwards of like $1,000, just kind of depending on where it comes back grade wise. Obviously everything's kind of dependent on that, but I really like it, and I'm not gonna sell this one. It's just gonna stay in my personal collection. So excited for that. And last but not least, for the Marvel fans, I have a Iron Man #1. This is not his first appearance. This is like his first run of his own comic that he's in. I think his first appearance was Tales of Suspense 39, I believe it was. So that one's a really expensive comic. This one's not near as expensive as that one, but in a high grade, this is gonna go for a decent chunk of money. But I only have one copy of this, so I'm gonna hang on to it and just get it slabbed and preserved because it's really cool. I mean, I like Iron Man, who doesn't? So we have that one, and that's all 10 of the books that I'm gonna have sent off. So those are my 10, and I gotta come up with some cash to get these sent off because having things graded is not cheap, and I'm gonna have everything pressed and cleaned beforehand so I can kind of get the maximum grade that I can, obviously, because you want to invest up front so you can benefit more on the back end. But as far as books that I'm wanting to get from selling some of these, I really want a copy of Ninja Turtles #1, which came out in 1984. It's basically like the most expensive comic that came out in the 80s. And the reason behind that is because it's a very low run of that particular book. I want to say only 2,500 copies were even made of it. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it's pretty low. I was actually looking, and I saw like a mid-grade, like 5 or so, was going around like $5,000, something like that, which is pretty crazy for a book that came out in the 80s. And if you have one that's like near mint, like a 9.8, people like were listing them as like $60,000, which is crazy. But there's also probably not that many of them, so I mean it's a good investment book if you have that kind of cash to throw around. So I'm obviously going to probably target a lower graded book, maybe hopefully spend like a few $1,000s on it, just because, I mean, obviously I grew up a big Ninja Turtles fan, being in the 90s and all that. So another book I've been wanting to get is Avengers #1, and when I sell one of my Brave and the Bolds, I can use that money to buy Avengers 1, so I can have Avengers and Justice League. That'd be pretty cool. If you're wanting like a mid-grade copy around like a 6, that's going to be probably like $5,000 to $6,000. So that's a pretty pricey book. Lower grades obviously aren't going to be as much, so I'm going to kind of see what kind of comes of everything and see if I can, get one. But we'll see what happens. And also, I really like Journey into Mystery 83, which is the first Thor comic. And I just think Thor is a cool character, and I really like the cover of that book. If you've ever seen it, look it up. And here's a guest appearance from my cat. Say hi, Ty. But anyway, those are kind of 3 books I'm wanting to get. Can't think of the rest right now, but those are kind of the 3 that are jumping out at me, so hopefully I can get some money to afford these. But anyway, that's all for now. I think my cat needs some attention, but I'm going to be at the Cincinnati Comic-Con in a couple weeks, and I'm going to be filming a CGC unboxing video with a couple of my buddies, so that should be really cool. So stay tuned for that, and we'll talk to you soon.